Right. Hey guys, welcome to another video. And today I want to talk about 5 hidden signs that avoidants are secretly committed to you. Hi, I'm Gabriel, a former avoidant and co-founder of Simply Together. And in this video, I'm going to be referring to Carolina, my wife, and sharing some of our stories to help illustrate the points I'm going to make about these hidden signs. So let's jump right in, starting with sign number 1. This is where an avoidant will talk to you about the idea of a potential future together. So over 13 years ago at this point, when Caroline and I started dating, I would tell her a lot about my doubts, my uncertainties about this relationship, that I didn't think, reasons I thought it just couldn't work. But on the flip side of that, I would ask her to share what she imagined a future relationship of hers would look like, right? The ideal scenario, whether she wanted kids or not, getting married, moving in together, teasing, toying with the idea of what it would be like if we were maybe to do those things, what her ideal furniture would be in a house. One time we actually went to IKEA before we were even living together and just needed to pick up some small piece of furniture. And I was sort of teasing, what kind of couch do you like? What kind of chairs do you like? Just to see the compatibility, if there was some. So when an avoidant teases you about a potential future together or explores hypotheticals without making any concrete commitments, it can be a way of them just testing, right? I was testing Carolina's and my compatibility. Do we share the same tastes? Do we have the same idea for a future together, the same vision, the same values? Fundamentally, do we want the same things? So if you find your avoidant testing these things or expressing maybe their favorite music, teasing you with potentially moving in together one day, or sharing their passions, or talking about their dreams, consider these things a sign of them being secretly committed to you. Now, the next sign is if you walk away, they will actually chase you. So once Caroline and I were out at a bar, and I was having a really good time that night. I did not want to leave. I was socializing, having just a wonderful time. And she was triggered by something and got really upset and stormed out. I initially didn't notice, and when I did, I was like, what's going on? So I went after her, and turned out she was really upset about something and didn't want to stay there anymore and was done with the night. Now, that's not what I wanted, but we argued, we talked, and ultimately she wanted to just go home. And although that wasn't what I wanted, I understood that she needed that. So I went with her. These kinds of scenarios can often be a hidden sign that an avoidant is committed to you because they're demonstrating that they're willing to put their own needs aside, even if it's momentary, and prioritize you and your needs. It's maybe not always, but it's often enough that you don't feel secondary. And the same can apply to choosing you over not just an event, but like a group of people or somebody else that they're interacting with, to give you a sense of when I walk away, when I'm upset, they ultimately come to me. They chase. What's important to keep in mind here is that you actually have to be walking away, not strictly doing it for an effect so that they come, but because you just can't anymore. So sign number 3 is that avoidance will find excuses to stay in touch with you. So even after I took space or in between a breakup that we had, I would find excuses to reach out to her. And this can often be a sign of an avoidant being committed to you because they're trying to keep tabs on you, to know what you're doing, what you're up to. They're checking if there are potential suitors in your life that are pursuing you, if you are still single, assuming you had broken up, or generally just to see if you're still there, to see if you're still attached to them, if you're still emotionally available to them. So think back on your situation and evaluate, are there those moments where your avoidant reaches out with an excuse because they maybe forgot something, or they just share a post or video with you after a week of silence as though nothing had ever happened? And if you're looking to further understand the signs that an avoidant is secretly committed to you and how to finally get that secret out of the open, check out our Attach and Avoidant program. so that you can use the tools and frameworks we teach and finally have that stable and secure relationship with them. I'll link the program in our video description. Be sure to check it out. So sign number 4 is that they keep coming back to you. So although there was a phase of intense breakups and ups and downs between Carolina and myself, I ultimately always chose to come back to her. Avoidance can really suffer from a lot of doubt, a lot of fear of missing out, or the grass being greener on the other side, which obviously causes rifts and breaks in your relationship. But if they keep coming back, it's an obvious sign that they are actually committed. A coaching client of mine actually had an avoidant partner that would really emphasize, I can't do this. I'm not ready for a relationship. I can't give you what you want. We just have to break up. This is not going to work. But the moment he did that, he would still be lingering around in her kitchen or maybe way outside of her house. He just couldn't let go. It was clear that he didn't actually want the breakup. He just didn't know any other way to manage his own emotions. This is how he coped with it when it got too intense. So this kind of behavior is a sign of them being committed to you because despite their harsh abandoning, they keep wanting you again. So clearly there's a part of their heart that already belongs to you. Now, the final sign is that they have emotional outbursts with you. And what I mean by that is avoidants tend to be very emotionally reserved, unavailable, and guarded. But they can have moments of the floodgates just suddenly opening. And as an example of that, another coaching client of mine who had an avoidant partner that wanted to break up with her insisted, okay, this is over. I need you to get your stuff now from my place. And she did. She came over, gathered her things, and said, okay, this is what you want, essentially. It's time for me to move on. I'm going to respect your wishes. And he was bawling. So much so, it ended up with them sitting back on the couch and him just crying in her arms, saying he actually didn't want this. He just didn't see any other way. He wasn't ready for a relationship. But similar behavior is another sign of an avoidant being committed to you because despite their abandonment wound and despite their knee-jerk response to reenact that with you, they clearly have an extreme emotional internal conflict. They want to break up, but they don't want you to leave. They don't actually want to let you go, but it somehow feels inevitable to them. And this contradiction manifests in mixed messages and often in these big emotional outbursts when it reaches a climax. So these were the 5 hidden signs that we avoidants are actually secretly committed to you. Let me know in the comments what hidden signs you have noticed your avoidant give you that indicated their commitment to you. And if you find this helpful, give it a like, subscribe if you want to hear more. And might I suggest my wife's video as a watch next for you, where she discusses and explores what she said to me as an avoidant that helped me stay. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.